Welcome back to another session of Educatus. We were discussing different types of diets, and today we will discuss about the different types of hospital diets. In these videos, in the coming videos, we will discuss about the different types of hospital diets or the different diets that are followed in the hospital, or you can follow in home also, uh, keeping certain things in mind. So today we'll discuss about the liquid diets that are given in the hospital and which you can also follow in home. So welcome to Educators. Myself is Manjishta Chatterjee. Let us start with today's video. Now, when we talk about a liquid diet, a solid diet, what we can understand is there is a modification in the consistency. That means whatever food you are having, that food has been modified in the consistency. Either it has been made some, the thickness has increased, or it has been the thickness has been made lighter. Okay, so if you can see this photograph given over here, so what we can see is that the black colored one which is shown, it is the regular food that we give to the people. So the regular food that we take is the black colored one which is given, which is general. When a person is all right, when the person don't have any problem in taking any kind of food, then we give the regular food. But if what happens if the person has a toothache, or suppose you have a very throatache, sore throat, then what or a person, or in case of an infant, what we do for them? In case of them, what we do is that we try to make the food soft, and we just decrease the size of the pieces of the food from a very large amount of food, large amount of pieces, to a very bite sized pieces, so that it becomes very easy for the child, for everyone to eat. Now suppose you are giving the food, the person who is taking is unable to take or unable to chew that particular food too. In that case, how we proceed with the food? Then we give a minced and moist food. So as you can see, as you can understand, with the color and the numbering, we can uh, see that we are trying to decrease and increase the modify the consistency of the food. So over here, minced and moist food is the next part where we are trying to modify the food. And next we can get is pureed food. So a solid food in case of pureed is equal to the extremely thick version of a liquid food. So suppose a person is in the liquid diet and you are giving an extremely thick liquid diet, that will be equal to the pureed one. Similarly, the liquidized form of the pureed diet, that means it will be a little more watery, will be moderately thick, then it will be mildly thick and slightly thick. So this is how we can actually modify the consistency of the food depending on the need of the food, the demand of the patient. And a solid food is actually changed into various need, into according to the physiological need of the patient or the physiological need of the people. So now coming to the liquid diet or the fluid diet. So basically we are giving these diet where which is liquid in consistency. From the name itself we can understand that. And which type of patient we are generally treating with? Those patients who can't take a solid diet, those patients who are not in a state of taking a solid diet can take a liquid diet or fluid diet. General people in fever or any people who can't tolerate solid diet. So now this liquid diet is again classified into two part. One is the clear fluid diet and a full fluid diet. So what are the examples of the different kind of food that you will get in clear fluid diet and full fluid diet? Will come to next. So clear fluid diet is basically where there is no residue, there is no distension, it is non-irritating and non-stimulating to the peristaltic action. That means it's very much lighter, version of anything. As I said that it is the light slightly thick, it is not that much thick. And it is how you can give to the patient, like 40 to 80 ml per hour you can administer it to the patient. And even you can increase that amount depending on the need, again the physiological demand of the patient, to about 100 to 120 ml, depending on the patient, the improvement of the patient. But you can't continue this clear fluid diet for a long period of time, because the from the nutrition point of view, this clear fluid diet is not very nutritious. So what we can do, we can actually continue this clear fluid diet for 1 to 2 days, but it is better not to continue after 48 hours. And generally, the person who is taking a clear fluid diet, or who is on a clear fluid diet due to different reason, will become better within 48 hours. But what are the what are the benefits of, or what are the advantages of a clear fluid diet? It can prevent dehydration and relieve thirst, we can understand. Helps the removal of gases because it is non distending, as I said. And it leaves no residue, right? Generally, it supplies about 400 to 500 kilocalorie. So, a very little or very less kilocalorie is being given by the clear fluid diet. So, it is not taken for a long period of time, but it can provide necessary mineral and vitamin, especially the water soluble vitamin. So, as I said, that as it is inadequate from the nutritional standpoint, will not provide it or will not give it for a long period of time. So, what are the examples of the clear fluid diet, or what you can take as a clear fluid diet? You can take any kind of water based or pulp free popsicles. This is some sports drink, or some orange juices, ice chips, without cream tea, without milk tea, basic broth, water, pulp free juices, black coffee, plain jello, that is the jelly, that can be taken as a clear liquid diet. Other than that, lime water, plain lime water, barley water, dal water, any kind of no residual juices, no residual broth can be taken. Now, coming to the oral fluid, that is the clear oral fluids and the free oral fluids, that means the fluids, the full fluid diet. What is the difference between them? So basically over here, what is the aim of the clear fluid diet? It mainly focuses on the water balance, and it doesn't leave any residue, we can understand that. But in case of uh, full fluid diet, it is a liquid diet, but it is not as clear as the clear fluid diet, and but it doesn't require any chewing. So over here in the clear fluid diet, it is inadequate mostly in all nutrients, but it requires the anesthesia fasting guidelines, that before any kind of operation we have to be nothing permeable by mouth or npm for at least 8 hours. That is permitted by after the operation or something like that. After 2 to 3 hours of the operation, we start with the clear fluid diet, a simple liquor tea, or a simple juice, or a simple broth, or something like that, can be a simple clear soup can be started with. Okay, but in case of a full fluid diet, it includes more protein. So from a nutritional standpoint, you can say that full fluid diet has more nutritional capacity than the clear fluid diet. So it has more protein, it is rich in saturated, but it is low in fiber. So both of them are less in the residual part of point of view, but from nutritional standpoint, we can say that full fluid diet has some of the pulps which we are actually straining in case of a clear fluid diet. From the name itself, we can understand that it is clear fluid, it's just the fluid, and full fluid means with the pulp. So now coming to the examples and everything of a full fluid diet, that it is basically when we are actually trying to transfer the patient from a clear fluid diet to a soft diet. That means soft diet means it is a regular diet, but the consistency is very soft, as I showed in the picture. So this full fluid diet can be an can be a step in between them, and it can be an intermediate step. And what happens, these fluids are generally opaque, and sometimes it is translucent, because as I said, that clear means clear fluid diet means it's completely clear. But in case of a full fluid diet, what is happening, we are actually trying to add the pulp, we are trying to add the nutrients as well. So it actually comprises of the full food items at the liquid, which is liquid at the room temperature, and it can be planned accordingly, and it can be improved, the nutritional standpoint can be improved. So in various types of diseases where the person can't take a normal fluid but you need the nutrition as well, you can give full fluid diet, like burns in the pharynx, tuberculosis patient, they need always a supply of energy rich food, malignancy, esophagus problem in the esophagus. So this is very very important. But this full fluid diet is a diet which is free from cellulose, and it is non irritating, non distending again, but it provides a minimum requirement of protein, calorie, vitamins and minerals. So what kind of food you can prefer in a full fluid diet? You can give a vegetable juices one in the breakfast. If you think of a breakfast, then you can give gelatin, pulp, less pulp, fruit juice, coffee, water, supplement with honey, that can be given. So as you can understand, you can see these pictures, the thickness, the difference between the clear diet and the full diet is different. You can understand with the thickness, with the consistency over here. Now in lunch, again, vegetable juice, broth, cream soup over here you can give, ice creams can be given. Okay, and similarly in the supper you can give. So suppose if a diet it has to be made with the full fluid, then what is the things that you can give, like cereal thinned with milk, that means completely you are grinding the cereal and then you are mixing up with milk, making a gruel kind of a thing, but a very liquidy kind of a gruel. Okay, a gelatin, fruit juice, soup with vegetables, or fruit juice with thick fruit juices you can give, dessert you can give, and again, same you can continue, and along with that, yogurt can be given. So, this is basically the difference between clear fluid diet and a full fluid diet. So, I hope you have understood what is the difference between clear fluid diet and full fluid diet, and what are the recommendations, when to take, and how long you can take this. So, through this video, I hope it is clear. We'll definitely come back with a new video. That's all for today. Thank you.